Well, good afternoon, boys and girls. I'm really excited that you guys decided to join us. Let me introduce you to a good friend of mine. This is Mr. Wall.
Howdy there. How you doing?
Mr. Wall has been off on, not a vacation, but he does look a little bit like he's been on one. But Mr. Wall is actually going to be talking a little bit to us about this caterpillar challenge. Now, Mr. Wall, can you tell us what is this caterpillar challenge all about?
Well, sure, matey. So we're having a caterpillar challenge. We want the students to go out there and find these rare caterpillars.
Okay.
All right, there's all kinds of different caterpillars, but we want the best. We want monarchs, and we want the tomato worms, and we do not want the bagworms. And I know you'll talk about that later.
Yes,
but we are going to challenge you students to bring in as many as you can find.
Okay.
All right. Can you explain the point system to the students?
That's one of my most favorite parts about this is, when we think about the Caterpillar Challenge, we want students to be excited. So what better way to get you excited than to bring in some points, make it a competition, mate. So what we're going to be doing is each caterpillar you bring in will be worth 1 point. 1 point! Now, that's not where it stops.
That's not all.
That's not all. There's more. So if you bring in a monarch caterpillar, that is worth 2 points. 2 points. 2 points. That's 1 and 1 together, mate. So yes, we are going to be looking for some caterpillars. So I think we need to tell the boys and girls a little bit about where you find them and what they look like. Let's go.
Crikey, where have we landed, Mr. Burden? We're on a voyage to try to find the mystery caterpillars.
I think we're in the right location. So, boys and girls, we wanted to talk to you a little bit about some of the places that you can find these caterpillars. Because, it's not just any place that you can find caterpillars. So we're going to talk to you a little bit about that. Mr. Wall, why don't you tell us some of the places that we can find these caterpillars?
All righty. The perfect place to find your monarch caterpillars is in a field with these guys. You gotta find a stalk that looks kind of like this, and you look on the underside, and you might, if you're real careful, just find a monarch. Do you see one, Mr.
I don't see one yet.
Crikey, let's go on.
Other places that we want to be looking for these caterpillars are going to be low-lying places like trees and places where we can actually get up to the actual greenery and be able to touch the grass, touch the leaves, and be able to investigate. We probably want to make sure that we're being safe as we do this. You see that tree in the back behind me? Don't climb trees like that, okay? However, trees over there, like what you see behind the basketball court, trees like that would be a perfect place to be looking for these caterpillars. Oh, that's wet, mate! Oh, that's wet, mate! Oh my goodness, that's wet. So, we wanted to tell you about some of the places where you will not find caterpillars. Mr. Wall, what are we looking at here?
This is an awesome place to have fun, but probably not a place where you'd find the mystery caterpillar. So this is a playground where you slide down and get completely soaked.
Where you will not find caterpillars. They don't like places to be stepped on or hit with a ball. And that reminds us too that if you're wanting to look for caterpillars, you gotta be looking and not necessarily playing. Because as you look around, this is not a good habitat for our caterpillars to be able to live. Alright, so we're at a good location. This is actually a perfect location to find caterpillars. So Mr. Wall and I wanted to share with you about the difference between the caterpillars and not a caterpillar. So let me tell you an example. This would be an example of a tomato worm. We can collect these as caterpillars. They will turn into moths later on. But this would be a good example of something that you would want to find. Another example of something you would want to find. This is the money one. This is the monarch caterpillar. This one, remember, boys and girls, is worth 2 points. But the monarch caterpillar, this is what we're looking. This is what we're after. An example of what is not a caterpillar.
Boys and girls, your Spider-Man toy is not a caterpillar. You can catch him, but he won't earn you any points.
Another example of a caterpillar. A great example, boys and girls, you'll find on the trees and on the leaves. Another great example. Another example, though, of not a caterpillar, we would have your friendly neighborhood
Batman! Batman! He is not a caterpillar. Keep him at home, please, boys and girls.
that we do not want, and I stress do not want, is the bagworm. The bagworm you will find on pine trees. This bagworm likes to look like it has a cocoon, but he is not what we want. So please, boys and girls, no bagworm. Boys and girls, this is a bagworm. We don't want these.
All right, boys and girls, let's get out there and find those caterpillars.
Calculating energy levels.
Well, hello, boys and girls. Thank you for participating in the Caterpillar Challenge. We're going to be doing it until September 1st. Remember, monarchs, 2 points. All other caterpillars, 1 point. No bagworms. No bagworms. So, the class that collects the most, has the highest point total, gets a pizza party. That's right, pizza! Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they love pizza! So, Donatello will turn into a pizza party. So again, September 1st, start collecting your caterpillars now.